Hello everyone, welcome back to the Thai Life. Today I'm going to show you what is soft gel and how you're going to apply soft gel onto your client's nails. What is soft gel? Soft gel is a solution close to gel polish but just a little bit more thicker. It does straining your nails but it's less maintenance than acrylic. And that is something for most clients that doesn't like to wear acrylic and cannot handle gel polish and they want something to stay a little bit strong on their nails without breaking. Soft gel is the solution. My name is Min. I've been doing nails for 15 plus years and all I want to do is share with you all my knowledge, all my experience so that you can become a great nail tech. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so that you can get notification on all my contents that I produce weekly. Let's get into this soft gel so that we can all both know how to do it and how we're going to offer this solution to our clients. The first thing we did was a good consultation. After the consultation, we do understand that she wants her nail to be healthier, stronger, but she doesn't want a lot of maintenance. Acrylic is too much maintenance for her to come back for backfill because she is a student and gel polish is constantly chipping off her nails. So we're gonna go in with the solution of soft gel. The first thing I did was I'm gonna take off her clear polish with an acetone. After I take off the clear polish, I'm gonna go in with the shaping. I like to shape the nails first before any of the applications so that I can get a good outline of how the nails look like and what I'm going to do with the nails. When you guys are shaping with natural nails, make sure you guys are very gently, don't go in too hard because when you guys are dealing with natural nails, high chance that the file is gonna really take the length down very fast. So be very gentle. If you don't want to cut the client's nail on the side of the cuticle or the side of the skin, make sure you hold their finger and pin down the skin and kind of lay your finger on top of their nails. And when you guys go in with the file is literally just laying on top of your nail while you're filing the client's nails. That is so important to prevent any type of cut when it comes to filing the nails. I feel like the filing is going to be the hardest part of a nail surface because when it comes to the filing, you have to file the shape based on the finger, based on the hand, and you want to make them look natural. So I spend a lot of time on shaping. So when it comes to the shaping, I just gently shape, especially this client right here. She wanted her nails to be kind of on the square side, but with the length that I'm dealing with, I had to explain to her like this is as much as I can do because anything shorter than that is really gonna eat up her skin and we don't want to go there. So after I finish the shaping, what I'm going to do is I kind of check it again, making sure she is satisfied before you move on because the last thing you want to do is go back and redo the shape that she's not satisfied with. So once you're accomplished with that part right there, what we're gonna go in is we're gonna go in with the paper sander. When it comes to the paper sander, the most important thing is that you gotta make sure you really knows how to use the electric file. When I use the electric file with the paper sander, my paper sander is very fine. I'm not using a very thick, coarse paper sander where I can cut the skin or damage their natural nails. I like to use a fine one. The speed that I'm using is very low. I don't like to use a high speed during the paper sanding part. Again, if clients have paper thin nails, that will really damage their nail. And I'm very gently just using my hand to kind of scrape the nails. And you want to make sure the nail is 100% scraped off with no oil base, no shiny on the nail. It has to be all white. And what you want to do is you kind of go slowly around the cuticle. And yes, sometimes when I do this, I do try to push the cuticle back, but again, throughout this whole process, I am tap, tap, let go, tap, tap, let go. I'm not really putting any traction onto the nails. And what I want to do is I want to make sure the client is comfortable because this part can be very scary. So as you guys can see how I switch over to the next hand and I start at the thumb, not at the pinky. That is a trick right there. I don't see a lot of people understand why. The reason why is, imagine the machine is spinning this way and you're putting your nail on the machine. The dust is gonna fly to this direction. If you start out with the thumb, the dust is gonna fly to nowhere, so it's gonna land on the table. And when you start with the index finger, the dust is gonna land on the thumb, which you already accomplished the thumb already. So as you're going down to the pinky, you're not gonna have a problem trying to figure out cleaning out all the dust. You're not gonna try to figure out like, I can't see because it's in the way. All of that is going to be executed by using this method, just following the finger by the direction. And that's really going to help you out in terms of time and really just creating less mess on the client's fingers. That's all it is. But throughout this process, I got to make sure it's nice and white. So after I'm satisfied with that, okay, I brush off all the dust and all that. I'm going to go in with a dehydrator. A dehydrator is so important because what it does is it's a chemical with alcohol and acetone, and all it does is it just takes all the oil base out, and the moment you apply the solution on, you notice the nail will turn white. Like the nail will literally just turn white, and that's when you know it's really dehydrated. I'm gonna go in with the protein bonder. What is a protein bonder? A protein bonder is technically a fancy name for primer. Okay, it's gonna go ahead and prime the chemicals together. So you need to add the protein bonder onto the nails after the dehydrators. And you have to go in with 2 coats of the bonder. And the thing, when I apply this bonder onto the nails, I don't want to put a big old bonder and make them spread. So I kind of want to lay the spread myself because I want to see where it's spreading to and how it's going to spread. And that's very important. So after you finish with the protein bonder, this is where we're gonna go in with the soft gel. Let me tell you something about the soft gel. It's very simple to apply, but it can be very tricky. The solution is very thick, so when you pick up the bottle and take the brush and dip it in, you wanna make sure you kind of clean off the gel on the brush, because you don't want, while you're brushing the nail, you don't want a big chunk just lay right on the nail, because the chance that that's spreading onto the nails, onto the cuticle, it will become a hot mess. You don't want to do that. When I am doing the soft gel, I want to pick up as little as possible of the gel. I want to keep it more in the bottle, less on the brush, because even if I needed to add more, gel, I can just add more gel. But if I have too much gel and it's just dripping everywhere around the cuticles, around the skin, and once you cure it, it's not gonna look good. So what I do is I pick up very little, I brush it, and there's really no how many stroke, because it doesn't dry until you cure it under the light. So I'm gonna brush it as many times until I notice it's filling up all the gap. Especially watch out for the edges, y'all. Y'all think it's covering the edge, but sometimes what the gel does, it kind of like sucks it back in, so it doesn't feel like it's gonna cover the whole nail. So what I usually do is I always like look on the side really deeply, and I want to make sure I lay it very perfectly. And the thing about the gel is you gotta, once you finish one hand, you gotta cure right away, because if you just let it linger and the client start moving the hand back and forth, sometimes the gel can shift. And you don't want to shift. You want to be perfect, especially with the thumb, because when the thumb lays into the light, it's kind of laying on the floor. So sometimes you kind of make sure the clients kind of tip their hand up a little bit, because sometimes that can just ruin your vibe. So this gel right here, you can ask the client if they want to put 2 coat or 1 coat. That's really up to them. A lot of time I like to use 2 coat, but that really depends on the client. Some clients just have thick nails already and they just want a little more protection. 1 coat would do it. So after that, I cure it. I'm gonna go ahead and put the design that this client wants. And what this client wants is a French. And I tell you what, the French nowadays, they have so many different type of French. Depends on the length of the nail. You can have a French where the smile is very light. You can have a smile where it's very deep. It just depends on the length, okay? There's so many different methods of how you can do the French. You can just put the white on there, use a brush, clean it with acetone. I don't like that method anymore. That method works great with regular polish. Now when you are dealing with gel polish, the problem with gel polish that it smear, it can get on the side of the skin. And let's say you are about to take a picture and you want the picture to look really good, and also you have like paint stain on the fingernails, on the skin, it will make the picture doesn't look good, and you're gonna be disappointed after spending how many hours on the nails, right? So the way I usually do my French is, look, I'm gonna start out just creating my smile. I'm gonna create the line, because that is the hardest part. That is the hardest part when it comes to the French, creating a sharp line. Once I create a good soft line, I'm gonna go in with the polish. I'm just gonna fill in the gap. And I'm just gonna fill it with the top of the surface of the nail. And then towards the corner, I'm gonna go back in with my line brush to kind of fill up the corner. I wanna do that because the goal is that I wanna keep this polish nice and clean throughout the whole time. Because like I say, you're gonna take a picture, you're gonna do some video shooting on it. You don't want to get those polish. And the thing about gel is that once you cure under the light and you got polish stain on the skin, you can't take it off. It's gonna take so much work to take it off. So definitely wanna be very careful. That's why I don't use the cleaning method of the French anymore. I just draw the French as is, stay calm, draw the line, and just kind of build. And if you want to make a sharp smile, just draw a sharp smile. Just really, nail is an art, and you just gotta look at what you're dealing with and kind of go from there. That's how I do it, y'all. So once I put this French on, I cure it, and I go back and I kind of clean up the line a little bit more so that at least it's nice and clean and the white is nice and solid, right? I'm gonna go in with the beautiful top coat. The top coat that I'm using is Gaudy Nail. I really like their top coat. It's really shiny. They're on the thicker side, but it really makes the nail look really shiny, and it's really nice the fact that it doesn't saturate or it doesn't drip because it's not a loose chemical. It's kind of thick, so it kind of holds the shine together very well. So after I do all that, guys, of course, you're gonna go in with some cuticle oil, and look at that. That is soft gel on her natural nails. She was loving it. She was excited the fact that her nail is more stronger. And the best part about this soft gel that it contains keratin. Keratin is a protein that really makes your nails stronger. And imagine if you offer that to your clients. And because they don't do acrylic, they can't do gel polish. Soft gel is between acrylic and gel polish, and that's kind of really straightening the nail, make the nail last longer, less breakage, and the best part is less maintenance, and more likely you're gonna make money because you're offering another service to your industry, to your career. And adding another service just means more money, more clients, and I hope you do well. I hope this tutorial will help you expand your horizons in terms of what other service you can produce for other clients that need your help. And if you find this video valuable, please make sure to like this video and really share with somebody that really needs this new service. And if you want to watch more of my content, click on this video right here. Click on this video and please subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all next time. Thank you.